Do you remember when I said that I was going to do like one video a month? What a funny joke that was. I know it's been a while and I don't even know if I'm going to upload this particular video onto the channel, but I don't know, I feel like I have to do something. And I figure maybe explaining, mostly to myself, why I haven't been doing stuff will probably help me want to do more stuff. But I don't know, I mean, even if this doesn't go up, it'll at least be a nice little editing exercise and maybe kickstart me into doing shit. There's a number of reasons why I haven't been making stuff like I want to do. And I don't exactly want to say that it's not because I don't have any ideas. I do. And it would be kind of lying to say that I don't have the time, because I do sometimes have the time. Just this year has been something of a weird one for me. And I guess that's kind of affected my creative output. Also, apologies if I sound like extra muffly or whatever. I do have a cold at the moment, so after this video I'm going to give Nobu a very good scrub. And my balaclava, I can feel it go just touching my mouth, so it might be a bit muffled. I can't exactly pinpoint what it is. I have a theory as to why I've just not done anything, but even then, I don't think it's 100% right. But basically, I'm just sort of emotionally and physically burnt out. And the theory that I have is that my job is playing a big part of this. I have something of a love-hate relationship with the place that I work at. It would be wrong of me to say that I hate the job completely, because there are things that keep me there. I've got great pay, the people I work with are lovely, you know, minus one or two dickheads, but that's just life. There are a lot of perks that the company gives, such as like free flu shot vouchers, which I'm definitely going to be using this year because this past week I've just been really ill. I don't fancy getting the flu again. There's access to stuff that's like mental health related, there's something to do with finances, I've never had to use it. But all in all, there's a lot of things that keep me at the job I have. Because it's nothing fancy. I don't work at this any fancy place. I just work in a fucking supermarket. And I guess if you follow me around places, it's not hard to figure out what supermarket I work at. I have mentioned it by name a few times. But it's amazing that that name will just invite such a different level of treatment that you'll get. I'm not going to name it in the video here, I just don't want it coming back to haunt me. And like I said, the job itself I don't have a problem with. I get paid, I pay my rent, I have money to do stuff that I like. So I have no problem with that. It has and almost always has been the treatment I get from customers. And you might just be thinking that's a really stupid thing to feel so burnt out over. And yeah, it's trivial. It really is trivial. But it's constant. It's every day and constant. The things people will assume about you just because you work there. I remember this guy, I was just chatting as I normally do to customers while I'm serving them on the till. And he said like, oh, you know, you should get into uni and stuff and get a degree. And I turned around to him like in shock and said, I have a degree. I graduated, I have a degree, and I did well in it. And he was like, well, why are you working here then? I have to pay my bills somehow. I wouldn't call myself a very intelligent person by any stretch of the imagination. I'm like above average, and I'm quite happy with that. Intelligence for me has never been a big priority in my life. As long as I'm capable enough to do stuff that I love and I can get by, I don't care. And that still rings true. Like, I still don't care about being the smartest there, or, you know, the most intelligent, or blah blah blah, whatever. But it does start to get to you when people will talk down to you, say horrible things about you just because you are a cashier at a discount supermarket. I've had people who will delight in insulting me, who can barely understand a word that has more than 3 syllables. And yeah, I know it's trivial as hell to be so bogged down by that, but it gets to you. Like, when it's every day and constant, that just gets to you, man. Another work-related thing that's kind of stopped me from doing content is my hours. So it's not how many I work necessarily, although that can come into play. It's more to do with when I work. Now, I'm almost exclusively on the closing shifts. That has been changing recently, and I've started to do more mid shifts and more 6 a.m.s, and that's a major change to the body. Like, I don't know how I'm dealing with it. I'm barely dealing with it. But more often than not, I'm working anywhere from 11:30 in the morning till maybe 10 o'clock at night. So when I get back home and I'm in a shared house with other people, there's not a lot I can really do filming wise. I know someone's in the house right now and I feel really self-conscious about making this video. So by the time I get in, it's just like, I could do it, but there's a lot of things that are going to stop me from doing it. I don't want to make too much noise because nearly everyone else works really early. And I'm just tired. A long 10, maybe even 11-hour shift. And what I do when I come home is just take off the uniform and nothing. I might doodle, and that's it. And it's really frustrating. Like I said, that's changing now. I'm starting to be more on the mid shifts, on the earlies. So who knows, maybe once I start getting used to that, I'll be able to find more time to do things. I really want this to change because I love making stuff. Like, I love filming. I love editing. It's one of my favorite things to do ever. I love trying new things. Like, I've been trying to make little flash games, either dress up ones, just tiny little things that is somewhere to start with. And I don't have the energy for it. I just don't. I wish I knew what exactly needed to change in my life right now to be doing the things I want to do. I am making some steps. I am starting to build a new PC. I've been slowly getting the parts for it as time goes on. Because another reason I haven't been making stuff is hardware issues. I mean, that little laptop just there, it's trying its best to stay alive, but it's not very good. I can't really stream with it. I can only just do editing on it. There's only like one game I can actually play on the laptop, and even then it gives me some sass. So when I do have the energy to make something new that isn't just drawing, I'll try and boot stuff up on my laptop, and it's such a pain in the arse having to sit through it shitting itself to the point where I think, screw it, I've done like 2 things, that's enough for the day. So I definitely think that a new PC is going to be a big help in pushing myself forward. I mean, I hope it is. Like, I keep having this defeatist attitude. Like, I keep looking at the things I bought for it and thinking, what's the point? You're still just going to be sat there being sad. And I don't want to think that. I really don't want to think that. I mean, even this video took a monumental amount of effort and pushing myself to do. Because I set everything up a little bit earlier in the day, and then when I turned my camera on, I realised that it was running out of battery. So as I turned everything off, let the battery charge, and that energy just went, because it's like, what's the fucking point? All these things that I've mentioned so far turn out to be something of a deadly mix. When you have such a negative attitude and a way that people perceive you at work constantly, that starts getting to you no matter how strong-willed you are. And I've always been quite proud of the fact that no matter what anyone thinks of me, I couldn't care less. Like, those things suck, but whatever. That's always how I felt about it. But I don't know, just recently it's really started to get to me. The weird hours make it hard for me to do anything that isn't in complete silence, lest I wake up the flatmates. And obviously if I have hardware issues, there's not a lot I can do, because who knows what might happen. Like, I don't want to be working on a project, and even though I'm someone who saves, like constantly saving, I don't want the files to corrupt, because my laptop couldn't handle it. So just like mix it all together, it's like, God, what's the point? Why do anything? Doesn't help I'm clinically depressed. these things have gotten to me a lot this year. Mostly the former of work issues. It got to me so bad at one point that I actually went to hospital because I was scared of hurting myself. I've talked about that earlier on in the year in various places. I didn't mention it here at all, like, just because I had no energy to do any kind of video. But yeah, like, there was just this week where it felt like the pinpoint, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right expression I want to use. Felt like the catalyst, rather. And then just one day at work, literally after I jumped after my break, I thought about going back out and I thought, I can't do that. I cannot do this. So I turned around to my manager, who was running the shift at the time, and said, I think I need to go to hospital right now because I am very, very scared that I'm going to hurt myself and end up really messing myself up. Which, I will say right now, if you feel like you need to go to hospital for any mental health issues, please do. It is a very scary process. It is incredibly frightening. And I did that completely on my own. And it was something I needed. It was absolutely something I needed at that point. So yeah, I guess that's just sort of been my life recently. I'm just not sure how to sort this all out. And I'm hoping that this sort of like weird vents and diary entry of a video might be something that helps kickstart everything forward. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm just having this depressive episode because I'm under the weather. But even so, even if it's just because I have a cold and I'm a baby when it comes to colds, if this, like, where look at me, I'm sad vlog helps kick something off for the better, then hey, that's good, isn't it? That's something. I'm sorry for the really completely out of blue video of just like, what the hell, why is this dog sad? This is more for me than anyone else. It's just, I need to make something, and if it is just me being a bitch in front of a camera and self-pitying and where my life is hard and I feel like sad, I feel so sad, boo-hoo, then cool, great, I've made something. So I guess I'll leave it at that. Hope, fingers crossed, the next video I do in another year will be a little more lighthearted. Thank you for sticking around for this one, because I didn't know, I just went off the top of my head. So I feel like there was about 500 points. I thought maybe I should mention that I've skipped over. But thank you for sticking around, watching this little thing. And I'll see you next time.